Imagine this. You're standing in the middle of a bustling New York City street during rush hour. Horns blaring, people shoving past you, rain pouring down without warning, and your carefully planned day unraveling like a cheap sweater. Your first instinct? Panic, frustration, a desperate urge to control it all. But what if I told you that right there, in that swirling mess of unpredictability, lies the key to real, unfiltered joy? What if embracing the chaos isn't just surviving it, but thriving in it? Welcome to today's video, The Secret Joy of Embracing Chaos. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by life's curveballs, stick around, because by the end, you'll see why letting go might just be the best decision you ever make. Let's dive in. Now, I know what you're thinking. Chaos? Joy? Those two words don't exactly go together like peanut butter and jelly. In our Instagram-perfect world, we're bombarded with messages about organization, productivity hacks, and color-coded planners. We're told to Marie Kondo our lives, fold everything neatly, and spark joy only in the tidy bits. But here's the secret no one's telling you. True joy often hides in the mess. It's in the unexpected detours, the failed plans, and the wild unknowns that force us to grow, laugh, and connect in ways we never imagined. Let me paint a picture for you with a story. Picture Sarah, a 32-year-old marketing executive from Chicago. Sarah's life was a masterpiece of control. Her apartment, spotless. Her schedule, synced across 3 apps. Her career, on a straight path to VP by 35. But one Tuesday morning, chaos struck. Her flight to a big client meeting got canceled due to a freak snowstorm. Hello, Midwest winters. Stranded at O'Hare Airport, she missed the pitch, and her boss reamed her out over Zoom. Devastated, Sarah did something out of character. She grabbed a coffee, sat by a window, and just watched the world go by. No agenda, no to-do list. In that moment of forced pause, she struck up a conversation with a stranger, an eccentric artist from LA who was also delayed. They talked for hours about dreams, failures, and the absurdity of life. By the time the storm cleared, she had a new friend, a fresh perspective on her rigid routine, and even an idea for a side hustle in creative consulting. That chaotic day didn't derail her, it redirected her towards something better. And guess what? She got the promotion anyway, but with a looser grip on the wheel. Sarah discovered the secret joy. Chaos isn't the enemy, it's the adventure. So what exactly is this secret joy I'm talking about? Let's break it down. Embracing chaos means accepting that life isn't a straight line, it's a squiggly, unpredictable scribble. And in that acceptance, we find freedom. Psychologists call this tolerance for ambiguity, and studies from places like Harvard show that people who handle uncertainty well are happier, more resilient, and even more creative. Think about it. When everything's predictable, where's the excitement, the thrill of discovery? Chaos pushes us out of our comfort zones, and that's where the magic happens. Take a page from history. Ever heard of the Beatles? Those Liverpool lads didn't become legends by sticking to a script. In 1966, they were set to tour Asia, but chaos ensued. Protests in Japan, a snub from the Philippine president's wife leading to a near-riot escape, and exhaustion from the grind. It could have broken them. Instead, they quit touring altogether, embracing the chaos, and retreated to the studio. The result? Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, one of the most innovative albums ever. Chaos birthed brilliance. John Lennon once said, "Life is what happens while you're busy making other plans." Truer words, right? But let's make this personal. I want you to think about your own life. Remember that road trip where the GPS died and you ended up in some quirky small town instead of your destination? Or the job loss that led to a passion project? Those weren't disasters, they were detours to delight. Embracing chaos isn't about being reckless, it's about being adaptable. It's saying yes to the unknown and finding joy in the journey, not just the endpoint. Let me share another tale, this one from the heartland. Meet Tom, a farmer from Iowa in his late 50s. Tom's world was all about order. Plant in spring, harvest in fall, repeat. But in 2019, the Midwest floods turned his fields into lakes overnight. Crops ruined, equipment damaged, total chaos. Insurance helped a bit, but the real blow was emotional. Tom could have given up, cursed the skies, and called it quits. Instead, he embraced the mess. He rallied his neighbors, turned his barn into a community hub for flood relief, and even experimented with new flood-resistant crops the next season. In the process, Tom rediscovered joy he hadn't felt since his youth. Laughter around campfires with folks he'd barely known before. Stories swapped over homemade pies. A renewed sense of purpose. The flood washed away more than soil, Tom later said. It washed away my rut. Today, his farm thrives with innovative techniques, and he's closer to his community than ever. Chaos didn't destroy him, it rebuilt him stronger, happier. Now, you might be wondering, how do I start embracing this? It sounds great in theory, but in practice? Let's get practical. First step, shift your mindset. Instead of viewing chaos as a threat, see it as an opportunity. Next time your plans go awry, say a surprise visit from in-laws or a power outage during movie night, pause and ask, what's the silver lining here? Maybe it's quality time unplugged or an impromptu game night. Second, build flexibility into your routine. Americans love our planners, but try leaving white space. Block out chaos time where anything goes, no agenda. Go for a walk without your phone. Say yes to a last-minute invite. Research from the American Psychological Association shows that flexible thinkers report lower stress and higher life satisfaction. It's like mental yoga, stretching your comfort zone. Third, practice gratitude in the grit. When chaos hits, jot down 3 things you're thankful for in that moment. Stuck in traffic? Grateful for podcasts. Kids' soccer game rained out. Grateful for cozy indoor forts. This rewires your brain to spot joy amid the jumble. Let's zoom out to something bigger. In American culture, we've got this pioneer spirit baked in. Think Lewis and Clark trekking into the unknown West. They faced chaos daily. Raging rivers, hostile terrain, unpredictable weather. But they embraced it, and look what came of it. Discovery, adventure, a nation expanded. Fast forward to today, and that spirit lives on in entrepreneurs like Elon Musk or Oprah Winfrey, who thrive on disruption. Oprah's early life was pure chaos, poverty, abuse, instability. But she leaned into it, turning pain into purpose. Turn your wounds into wisdom, she says. That's the secret joy.
But hey, embracing chaos isn't all rainbows. It can be scary. What if things really fall apart? Valid fear. The key is balance, not total surrender, but mindful navigation. Set boundaries where needed, like financial safety nets or emotional support systems. Think of it as surfing. You can't control the wave, but you can ride it with skill. I'll level with you. I wasn't always a chaos embracer. A few years back, I had my own meltdown moment. I was scripting a big project, deadlines looming, everything mapped out. Then, bam, my laptop crashes, files corrupted, hours of work gone. I freaked out, paced, cursed technology. But then I stopped, breathed, grabbed a notebook and rewrote from memory. Better, fresher ideas emerged. That chaos forced creativity I didn't know I had. And the final product? Way stronger. Now I welcome those glitches as growth nudges. Let's talk science for a sec, because I know some of you love the facts. Neuroscientists at Stanford have found that uncertainty activates the brain's reward centers. Dopamine spikes when we adapt to chaos successfully. It's like a natural high. Ever felt that rush after solving a puzzle or nailing an improv moment? That's it. Chaos trains your brain for joy. Here's a fun one. Remember the 2020 pandemic? Talk about global chaos. Lockdowns, shortages, virtual everything. But amid the mess, joy bubbled up. Families baked bread together for the first time. Neighbors sang from balconies. Zoom parties turned silly with filters and fails. In New York, the epicenter, people clapped for healthcare workers every night at 7 p.m., a ritual born of chaos that fostered unity. Studies post-COVID show many folks reported deeper relationships and clearer priorities. Chaos stripped away the superficial, revealing what truly matters. Or take sports, America's pastime. Baseball's full of chaos. A pitcher's wild throw, a sudden rain delay, an underdog comeback. Fans love it because it's unpredictable. The 2016 World Series, Cubs versus Indians, Game 7, extra innings, rain interruption. Chaos galore. But that delay, it gave the Cubs time to regroup, leading to their first win in 108 years. Joy exploded in Chicago. Parades, tears, history. Embracing the unpredictable made it legendary. Now for the creatives out there. Artists have known this secret forever. Picasso didn't paint Guernica from a tidy outline. Chaos of war inspired its raw power. Writers like Hemingway thrived on life's mess. Adventures in Spain, fishing trips gone wrong. The best way to find out if you can trust somebody is to trust them, he wrote. Apply that to chaos. Trust the process, and joy follows. All right, let's arm you with more tools. Try chaos experiments. Once a week, disrupt your routine on purpose. Take a different route to work. Discover a new coffee spot. Cook without a recipe, end up with a weird but wonderful dish. Travel hack? Book a trip with no itinerary. I did this in Nashville last year. Wandered into honky-tonks, met musicians, danced till dawn. Pure joy, no plan required. For parents, kids are chaos machines. Instead of fighting it, join in. Mud puddles? Jump together. Bedtime stories? Let them steer the plot. Research from the Journal of Child Psychology shows flexible parenting leads to happier, more adaptable kids and parents. In relationships, chaos keeps the spark alive. Surprise dates, spontaneous road trips. A study from the University of Virginia found couples who embrace novelty report higher satisfaction. Ditch the dinner and movie rut. Try axe throwing or stargazing in a field. Work-wise, in our gig economy, chaos is the norm. Freelancers, embrace it. Diversify skills, network wildly. Companies like Google encourage 20% time for unstructured projects, birthing innovations like Gmail. Chaos fuels progress. I get it. Some chaos is destructive. Natural disasters, health crises. But even there, embracing means accepting what you can't control and focusing on what you can. Community, resilience, growth. Viktor Frankl, Holocaust survivor, wrote in Man's Search for Meaning that in chaos, we find meaning by choosing our attitude. That's empowering. So, as we wrap this up, remember, the secret joy of embracing chaos isn't about seeking mess, it's about welcoming it when it arrives. Life's too short for rigid control. Let go a little and watch joy sneak in through the cracks. If this resonated, hit that like button, subscribe for more storytelling gems, and drop a comment. What's one chaotic moment that brought you unexpected joy? Share your stories. We're all in this wild ride together. Thanks for watching. Embrace the chaos, find the joy. See you next time.